This is a tutorial on the WitEden Super 3x3x7, and for this one you want to know how to solve a 3x3x3, definitely, a 5x5x5, and a 3x3x2, 3x3x4, anything like that. So I'm just mixing it a bit. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when solving this puzzle is to get all of the centers reduced. So as you can see, the white and the yellow are already only one piece, so you don't have to do anything with those. But for the other four around them, you have to first put them all in the same direction so that they can move, so you can move around the pieces in the centers. So like that. Then you want to put all the pieces that look like this, with these three in it, between the two pieces, between any two of the centers. Like that. Okay, now you can freely move between these. So you want to get the centers first. I'm going to try to get it all in two pieces correct on all sides if I can. Like that. So now I have two on each side. And I just have to make sure that all of these are on the other side, and in this particular position you can just rotate it twice and you'll get all the centers. So that solves the center pieces. And the next step is to solve all of these edge pieces. And to do this one, you have to know how to solve a 5x5x5. And these are the algorithms that I'll be using for it. This one is for a parity error that comes out. And these two are the main ones. Okay. So, first look around to see if there are any two pieces that are next to each other that are correct, even if they're in a checkered pattern. So there's no checkered pattern right now, but this one has two pieces solved, and this one also has two pieces solved. So I'll start with this one. I want to put another the last piece that finishes this, right in front of it, here, blue, orange, blue, orange. And from here, I want to put this one directly above one of the solved pieces. Now from here, since it starts with the right side, I'm going to use the algorithm that starts with the right side. So it's going to be R inverted, 2 layers in, F, R inverted, F inverted, U inverted, 2R, U, R, 2 layers in. And although that doesn't solve this completely, it does get into a checkered pattern, which I can use later. And over here, I see that I've made a blue and purple checkered pattern with two pieces here. And I really like these kind of pieces because that'll actually be easier to solve. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I have the blue and purple piece right above it. And if I do the same move as last time, this whole side should be solved. So it's the right side again. Right inverted, 2 layers in, F, R inverted, F inverted, U inverted, 2R, U, R, 2 layers in. And as you can see, that solves that edge piece. Now there's two more here. I'm going to do the same thing. But right now, in this current state, if I bring this one down here, it matches with this. But it's not directly above the other piece. Same if I do it the other way. So I have to take one of these two pieces out and put it back in the opposite direction. Like this. So now I can do the same move as last time, except this time, since the piece is on the left, I have to start with the left side. It's going to be L, 2 layers in, F inverted, L, F, U, 2L, U inverted, L inverted, 2 layers in. And now there are two edge pieces that are completely solved, and just 2 that are almost but not quite. These just have to be flipped around. So for this one, there's 2 of them, so you can use the same moves as using before, or you could use the algorithm for the parity. But you usually only use the parity error algorithm when there's only 1 of them like this, and I'll show you that later. So I'm going to start with any of the 2 algorithms I was using before, starting with the right or the left. And I'm going to do that once. As you can see, that gets a checkered pattern here, keeps it there, and this one gets solved. Now if I flip it around and do it again, they're both solved. Okay, now I'm going to show you a situation where you have to use a parity algorithm. Okay, so right now you can see that there are 3 edge pieces that are completely solved, and only 1 that isn't. Only 1 that's in a checkered pattern. So for that situation, you have to use the algorithm. So that one is going to be 2R, 2 layers in, 2B, 2U, L, 2 layers in, R, 2U, R inverted, 2 layers in, 2U, R, 2 layers in, 2U, 2F, R, 2 layers in, 2F, L, inverted, 2 layers in, 2B, and 2R, 2 layers in. And that solves it. And now these 2 are corrected, and only these 2 have to be flipped around. So, like before, I'm just going to take it out and put it back in through the other side, and that should solve it. Same with the other piece. Now you've got all the centers and the edge pieces in the middle band.